Are you replaying old mistakes, old relationship, old version of yourself like a movie stuck on repeat? Living in the past doesn't just steal your peace, it steals your future. In this video, we're going to talk about how to finally let go and free yourself for what's ahead. Your brain is wired to hold into the familiar, even if the familiar is painful. The past feels safe because it's already known. The future, it's unknown. And the brain hates the unknown. So instead of moving forward, we keep revisiting old chapters, hoping somehow they give us closure or a different ending. But reliving the same story doesn't heal it. It just keeps the wounds opened. Energy that could be used to create your new life is wasting trying to keep alive something that's already over. Think of it like dragging around a suitcase full of clothes that don't fit you anymore. It's heavy, it's exhausting, and it keeps you from running towards the life you want. The past is a teacher, not a home. And if you keep reliving there, you'll miss what's right in front of you. This is how you finally let go. Step one is to call it for what it is. Stop avoiding the truth. Say out loud, this chapter is over. Naming reality breaks denial. Step two is so important, and that is to release shame and guilt. Shame keeps you chained to the past. Instead, practice self-forgiveness. Say to yourself, I didn't know better then, but I know better now. Forgiveness is freedom. This is also something I myself used to struggle because I grew up shaming myself because that's how I was taught, that's how I was trained as a child. And I realized there's a moment where everything just clicked, where I used to think everyone know better, everyone is smarter, everyone is like better than me. I don't know how to explain this, but an example is, for example, if I was having a conversation with a friend and we are talking about something that I know that I'm right and they're wrong, because they had self-confidence, they were confident in what they were saying and I wasn't, I would just shame myself and be like, and just like end the conversation and be like, you know what, they're right, I'm wrong, you know. And it was just like, at first I didn't think of it as I was shaming myself, but the more I observed myself, I started to realize that I was shaming myself in every conversation. So I would like put myself below everyone because I grew up thinking that everything is my fault. I grew up thinking that I was wrong and anything that I was doing was wrong. So when I finally got rid of shame, when I finally accepted myself and became aware of what was happening underneath, this really changed my healing journey. When you finally get rid of shame, you're gonna start trusting yourself more. You're gonna start loving yourself more. You're gonna stop needing approval from everyone because now you trust yourself. Even if you make a mistake, you know that you did the best that you could with the knowledge that you have. So that's why I said that this step two is so important, because shame keeps you in the lowest frequency, and when you are in the lowest frequency, it's really hard for you to enjoy life. It's really hard for you to move forward because you're shaming yourself. And when you are shaming yourself, it's just not good. You don't want to be in that. I don't know if you are watching that you're someone that deal with shame, but if you did, I feel like you know what I'm talking about. It's just a feeling where you don't want to be there, and that's why I said this part is so important. Step three is to create new habits. Replace old triggers with new habits. If you catch yourself replaying an old story, interrupt it. And at the moment, you can do two things. You can, one, visualize yourself creating something you want for the future, or two, write down one thing you're creating for the future. When you do this, when you start doing this over time, your brain will start to build safety in a new habit instead of the old. So instead of your brain bringing back those old mistakes, those old relationship, those old things that you are not proud of, it's gonna start bringing you every new thing that you're creating, and it's gonna give you more idea, more plans on how to bring that story or to bring that future you into life. So that's why you need to start creating new habits. I know how tempting it is to cling to the past. For me, it comes from fear of not being good enough. But the moment I decided to stop letting the past define me, I realized that I was free to rewrite my story. And so are you. And it's also important to know that your brain still thinks that you're 5, 6, 7, or whatever age you were when you experienced trauma. This is why how you used to cope, how you used to, for me, I had to people please. I had to do more than others so I can be liked, so I can be recognized, so I can get compliments. So even in my adulthood, like 2 years ago, I still, even a year ago, I had to please others. I always wanted to be liked. Not like I wanted to be liked, but I wanted to get noticed. I wanted to get compliments or anything like that I didn't get as a child, or that I had to do harder. I had to do more than others. I have to do more chores in the house. I had to be disciplined for me to get compliments. So even when I grew up, I was still doing it. So it's important to know that your brain is just there to protect you. Yes, you don't want to people please. Yes, you don't want to do the things that you don't want to do. But once you realize that your brain still thinks you're 5, it's going to give you a different way of dealing with yourself. The way you deal with yourself is probably not the same way that I deal with me. But it's important to know that your brain doesn't know that you are the age that you are right now. And it's just bringing all those mistakes, all those relationships just to protect you. Here are the takeaways for this video, just to recap everything that we talked about. Your brain clings to the past because it feels safer than the unknown. The unknown being the future. Because if today you decide to stop people pleasing, if today you stop to not wanting people approval, your brain doesn't know how you're gonna be. It doesn't know if you're gonna be safe. It doesn't know if you're gonna be able to survive. And this is why it clings to the past, because in the past, when you used to people please, if you're like me, that you used to people please, you used to always want to do more just so you can get liked, so you can get protected, your brain is gonna want you to do that because it knows in the past when you did that, it kept you alive. You were able to get compliments. So it's important to know that your brain is clinging to the past, not because it wants to keep you stuck, but because that's the only way that it know, like in the past, that how you were able to survive. To let go, tell yourself the truth, forgive yourself, and create new habits. Letting go isn't forgetting, it's choosing to stop letting the past control you. You don't owe your old story another replay. You owe yourself a new beginning. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.